Hi, I thought this video, in a kind of ironic twist, on Valentine's Day could be about why older women decide to not marry again. Marry, and then again, marry. And a lot of times in English you would say they've decided not to remarry. But you would still sign marry again, because that's how you sign remarry, or like review or things like that, or to reestablish or reorganize, establish again. That's just how you say it. I mean, that's how you sign it, because that's what it means. So the first one is they value their independence. So how you would sign that, when you would have, remember our time, topic, comment. We don't have time, so what is our topic? Independence. Like freedom, save, independence is important. So independence important to them. They value their independence. Next. Remember, this is about older women. Take care of husband again, don't want. They don't want to be a caretaker again, or caregiver again. I guess that would be more landscaping, and a caregiver is a person, right? So they don't want to be a caregiver again. Take care of husband again, don't want. Okay. The next one. Maybe divorce, tough. Maybe they've had a difficult divorce. This is dating, divorce, because now you're, away from each other. You can see it. You can see people dating, and now they're apart, right? Divorce, separated, divorced. That's how you sign it. So divorce, tough. Maybe it's been a difficult divorce. Divorce, tough. Marry again, don't want. So you can see that. So even though it sounds like we're talking Yoda-ish or, some other strange way, if you voice it, but if you see it and try to voice it in English, it's easier because it's a concept language. Okay, next. Now, this one, a lot of older people, I don't know. It depends on, your former husband, if they had a lot of money. But it says that many women, they don't want to risk their financial stability. So you could do that a different way, the concept. So financial stability, risk, don't want. Money, stability, ruin, don't want, right? I would probably say ruin, just because of risk. That sounds more of, risk is, it looks like you're cutting your throat. It's more of a dangerous thing. It's more of a health risk or something like that, more life and death. So I would probably not use, when you see risk, I would not use the sign for risk, because it's conceptually not really correct in this way. I mean, it's not really it could be a danger. You could still consider it a danger. But personally, I would think they don't want to risk their financial stability. You could say, so this is stability, right? So money stability, or money security, money safe. Ruin, don't want. Ruin, don't want. That's probably how I would do it, because they don't want to ruin it. They don't want to, in English we would say we don't want to risk it. We don't want to, spend it on his debts or something like that. So there's other ways to say it, but that's probably how I would sign it. Okay, the next one. They love their social freedom. Okay, so we know social. You're just moving your wrist. Social, because these are all the people, right? You're hanging out, socializing. Social freedom, love, kiss fist, love that. You don't want to say love that. Love is a person, love is an inanimate object. This love is an inanimate object. This is a person, or or thing, but social, I mean, these are like your pets or people. And these are other, like, I love chocolate, you know. Social freedom, love that. Yeah, they love their social freedom. Or they don't want to, you know, stop that. Social freedom, stop, don't want. You could do that. And the reason why we do don't want last is because we state our topic and then what about it. Remember that, those three little tiers: time, topic, comment. What is your topic? Let me go back to that. Social freedom. So that is the topic. So, and then what about it? They love it. Their social freedom, give it up, they don't want it. You know, give it up, don't want, right? So you tell that at the end. And that's just the structure of ASL. And it makes sense when you sign it. If you see someone signing it, it makes sense. If we do it in English, it's a little bit harder to, because it jars you. You have to really, I don't know, it's disruptive. And it's kind of hard to describe that, but it is kind of disruptive. Okay. And then the next one is live alone, prefer. Prefer. You can even do that opposite. I think that's a short enough sentence that you could say prefer, live alone. But I really like the ASL structure where you say live alone, prefer. I prefer that. Favorite, prefer. I like that. I like the structure of ASL. Sometimes I do things in English, especially as an interpreter, but if I have a time to just chit-chat and give, I really like the structure because it makes more sense. It's more clear. And that's really the whole point of communication, right, is clarity. The next one, they don't see a need for legal commitment. So I hear a lot of people say, I don't need a piece of paper, right? So we love each other. Paper, don't need, right? So that's what that would do. A legal commitment, I think that's, most people wouldn't talk like that. I think that if you were saying that, they go, oh, we don't need to get married, or, you know, it's just only, it's a piece of paper only, right? Paper only. That's how a lot of people see it. When they're older, they may lose Social Security. There's a lot of different, I think that goes into with the financial security. It kind of goes along with that. So, you know, talk how you normally would talk, and try to have that structure, because the structure is more clear. Sometimes our English is going, what? It doesn't sound like how people talk. So, and here's another one. They don't want to start over in a new relationship. So, you could say new relationship, new relationship, start again, don't want, or no, or you could even say start again, right? I don't want that. That right there is, I don't want to start over in a new relationship. You don't have to say new relationship, don't want. That would be more formal if someone was speaking. But start again, don't want. Start again, right? And so that means the thing that I don't want to start over in a new relationship. Here's another one that's a good one. They enjoy their routine. Change, don't want. Change. Change, you can do change. Big change, right? Big change. So they don't want to compromise. Or habits, change, don't want. Habits, change, don't want. Routine, what I do every day, change, don't want. You see how that is the same concept, but you can do it in a little variety of different ways. So I love this language. Okay. Because you're single doesn't mean, you know, lonely. And you got to have that facial expression, lonely. I'm not lonely. I live alone, but I'm not lonely. You know, isolated. This is isolated. You could do it that way. Some people they're lonely. But see, the difference is it has to do with your facial expression. This is isolated. You could, I mean, a lot of people do isolate, introverts, COVID, isolate, but lonely, but oh, I live alone, or I'm single. I would, instead of saying I live alone, I say I'm single, but some people, even though they're single, they live with, family members. But, oh, I live alone, I love that, or I like it. Like it. Goes into an 8 hand shape. Okay. So next one. Here's a, so marry again, their family drama. Oof, I don't want that, right? Because that happens. If you marry again, then you get their family drama. People do that. I see a lot of deaf people do that. Go, oh, I don't want any drama. Right? So they do use that sign for drama. Other family drama. Oh, I don't want that. But so that's why some people decide not to get into another relationship. Okay. So and another one is, it kind of goes along with I don't need a piece of paper, but this is a little bit different because it says it's casual or non-traditional relationship. I'm not really sure. Let's look into that one. The casual dating, or if maybe they live in another state, so they talk on the phone, video phone, or see each other every once in a while. You could say occasionally. The longer and slower you do it, the more time in between. Occasionally, this is kind of a wait. Sometimes and wait is occasionally. And the longer and slower that you do it, the more time it is in between. So that's what this non-traditional relationship is. Non-traditional relationship. Oh, what does that mean? Oh, they live in another state. We call each other. We video phone each other. Maybe vacation every year. Oh, okay. Something like that. This is an interesting one. Identity, don't want to lose it again. Because sometimes people, when they marry, they feel like they lose themselves because they're now kind of meshed with someone. So they said they don't want to lose that. I found who I am, or I have my identity now, or I'm happy with that, and I don't want to lose it again. So maybe they fear that identity. This is recognize, identity, witness. Because it goes up to the I. I think this is the last one, almost the last one. Okay. And maybe when they're older, now if their husband has died or there's been a divorce, maybe now they're focused on their own improvement. I probably would not use growth. I've seen people do that. Deaf people use it. My own growth, my own improvement. This is to improve. You could use either one. This is more about like plants, or you say children grow. More correct is children grow. But you can play with the language and see what the other deaf person is doing. If they are doing, oh, your child has just grown, or my children are growing so fast, that's perfectly fine. It's their language. We do whatever we want to with English, right? So they can do whatever they want to with ASL, but I don't start it and they're going, oh no, whatever they're using, that's what I use, because it's respect for their language and their culture. I'm not going to take over and tell them what to do or how to do it. Okay. Oh, and it also says that maybe they were satisfied with their own life now. So, and maybe the last one is they're just happy without getting married again. So, I hope you could get some conceptual sentence structure there and different ways to say the same thing, and how maybe you would say that in English. If you saw it in ASL, how would you say it in English? How would you think about what are they saying? And vice versa, right? So how would you say it yourself if you're thinking about it? How would you say that in sign? Because the whole point, again, and I don't want to overemphasize it because I'm not, is that you want communication to be clear. I mean, just like with English, sometimes people misunderstand and there's an argument or resentment or offense, and they're not trying to do that. They are, you just want to have a conversation that's clear, so there's not misunderstandings. So anyway, enjoy. Happy Valentine's Day, and I will see you later. Bye.